Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 18 Week 0 Game Day. We are here for the New Heights Classic here at NRG Stadium. We've got a big one for you. UTSA, Coach Dogwater, they've made the playoffs 2 years in a row. Debuting quarterback Day Night, taking on probably the most consistent coach of all time, Coach Mike from Georgia Tech, the triple option Kai Oyama. So it's going to be a lot of fun. As always, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in anytime. You can claim a team, set your scheme. You can recruit in the Discord, participate in their transfer portal, play server games for rewards, and build your way to a national championship trophy. So it's a lot of fun. Check it out. Links are in any of our descriptions. If you guys are watching live, make sure to drop a Twitch Prime sub, as it is free, so that you can, as long as you have a linked account, so you can avoid those pesky commercials during the game. Also, we're 7 subscribers away on YouTube from 500, so if you're a coach and you frequently watch the stream, it costs nothing. Just go click the subscribe button for us, so we can get to that potential monetization threshold over on YouTube. And then, as always, check out our friends over at Home Field Apparel for 15% off. So this is going to be a fun game. I think a lot of people may have wanted to watch Tennessee Baylor, but we'll see that later in the season. This is one of those games that's always a ton of fun. This is what the New Heights Classic is for. Debuting big-time recruits versus big-time coaches. Mike Dogwater wants the grays, so if you want the whiteout, that works great. So we'll go through, if this is your first time watching the SFA, we go through both rosters, then we'll watch the game in its entirety. Then the VOD will be posted to YouTube, and highlights for this game will be posted tomorrow. So Day Night, the 5-star freshman, 97 agility, taking over for Miles Tilley. And at running back, Mercury Morris is redshirted. They're going to go with Jerron Flavors, the transfer from Texas, who's redshirted, or he wasn't redshirted last year. He played like 10 snaps for Texas, decided, screw that. I want the starting role here for Coach Dogwater. Fullback is River Elliott, the SFA player. He is going to start at linebacker. He's a freshman All-American Team of the Year player. And he's going to do the kicking today. So in order to do all that, he had to be a fullback. So that's what we decided to do. Wide receiver, Shiloh Slutters, arguably the most famous and most liked recruit in the country, Rylan Warrenberg. He'll start at strong safety and wide receiver and do the kick returning. Of course, this is a team built around two-way players. You got Chris Ham, baby, the Yams legend in the slot. You got Bakari Django back. He was Miles Tilley's favorite target. We'll see how he gels with Day Night. We also got the debut of Guy Yacht, the boat, the tight end, the possession guy, 5-star tight end that he brought in with Day Night. Offensive line looks like this. Nothing to write home about. You got Shaheen Helenouche, SFA player. Just 5 best starters, all mid-70s. Nothing to go crazy about. On defense, you got Jared Hurst, the junior SFA player. Adrian Dockery on the other side. And then in the middle, you got Graham Kunkoro, SFA player, along with, looks like it's going to be Adam Patrick. At linebacker, it's not going to be Dortch. It's somebody else. But Wendell Vanderbrake, he is back. He'll start at tight end 2 this year. And then right outside linebacker, like I said, it's going to be River Elliott. And then Jackson starts on the left side. At corner, you got Johnny Thomas. He was the pick-6 master last season. Bernard Bell, Quentin Parker, and Thomas McCoy. And at safety, Rodney Young. And then, like I said, Rylan Warrenberg starts at strong safety. Their kicker and, I don't know if he punts, but River Elliott will be those positions. So, not the best team on paper, but they made the playoffs 2 years in a row. But they're going up against Georgia Tech. Man, oh man, Kai Oyama, 89 overall this season. He actually regressed, but with the offseason strategy still kind of went forward, I guess, in his progression. 91 speed. Running back Trey Hunter, they got Rodney Rose. And then they put Aaron Pickens now at fullback, and he is starting there, I believe. Wide receiver, Renzo Kingston had a breakout season last year. You got Jonathan Wolf and Mike King. Tight end, you got Mark Williamson. Offensive line, the 5-star Shane Schlongbaum, SFA player from Alaska. Jeffrey Cobb's an SFA player, and then Colin Schuler, the SFA player. And defensive end, Kenji Agnew, debut for him, the SFA player. He was redshirted last year. Napoleon Steele, former raffle reward player on the other side. And Herschel Swancoat and Jean Jacques Bokassa, also an all-SFA player, defensive line going against this weak UTSA line. Linebacker, Stanley Walker, Tony Ratcliffe, and Cedric Hawkins. Those guys all returned from last year. And at corner, Rowan Willows, Reed Nakamoto, both SFA guys, Anthony Coley, Jamal Parks, and out back, Vince Gibbons, the transfer from LA Tech. And then you got Lincoln Rain, the man who was going to go to UTSA and decided against it. We'll see if he can be a thorn in UTSA's side in this one. And then Parks does both the kicking and the punting. So obviously things are going to be skewed a little bit towards Georgia Tech, but with the two-way starters, guys like Rylan Warrenberg, you just never know with this team. So there's something about UTSA that's always good in the regular season. So UTSA is going to be a 9-point underdog. So are you going to go with Georgia Tech in this game, the 9-point favorite for number 9, or are you going to go with UTSA Day Night? He's going to have a great debut. Remember, this is a neutral site, of course. So I got to get my thumbnail here. So obviously on paper, UTSA is a 79, but when you consider the two-way players, the game just, there's no way for it to account for that, right? So they're more of a low 80s team, just so you're aware. So got my thumbnail here, and then we already got our jersey selections. It looks like Georgia Tech wants the whiteouts. Beautiful. And then UTSA, they want the gray. So we got the white versus the gray here. Georgia Tech, UTSA will give you guys a chance here. But if you missed BearCave, it was a great game. We actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 outrights out of 13. We had a couple no covers as well. So the covers teams in week 0 on the neutral site just did not go all that well. But thank you guys for joining in the New Heights Classic. Always the highlighted neutral site game of the season. A lot of fun. So glad the SFA is back. I can't tell you how burnt out I always get right at the end of the regular season, like when I'm doing your preseason changes, because when for you guys the off-season's like there's nothing going on, but for me, I'm busy every second I'm not at work or with Miss TC. So we're finally back to regular scheduled programming. So here we go. Georgia Tech, UTSA, New Heights Classic. I have to skip all the starting stuff so we don't lose our UI. That shows us the stats and everything. But yeah, let's get it done. New Heights Classic's always a fun one. Here we go. Wendell Vanderbrake. So they're highlighting all of the linebackers today. Johnny Thomas out there. He had his number changed because Guy Yacht stole it. So here we go. River Elliott to kick us off here in the New Heights Classic. It's an absolute yoinker. He fielded at the 15. So Georgia Tech will start with the ball. Here we go. New Heights Classic, Kai Oyama last year in week 0 fumbled away the game. What will he do this season? Quick option to start it. He keeps it, and he's tripped up by Graham Concoro. I know these two teams pretty much like the back of my hand. We see them so often. This is going to be a very fun game. Pickens, the new fullback. Quick option again for Kai Oyama. He angles out wide. He's pushed, but stays in bounds. A nice gain. Johnny Thomas now wearing number 8, of course. Rylan Warrenberg, number 20. Motion. They'll toss it out. I believe that's Rose. And Warrenberg gets there first, but he can't bring him down. Rodney Rose breaks through. He gets 7. A great start here for Georgia Tech. Across the 50 now. Great start to the drive, to the season for Tech. And a quick run for Oyama, and he somehow gets 3 out of that. But our first third down of the day. They'll hurry it up, actually, but our first third down of the season on game day. Georgia Tech, 3rd and inches. Triple option. Oyama floats it out, and down he goes. Great stop on the edge by Rodney Young, the new starter for Ty J. Burnett. And they will punt. They'll keep it safe to start the season. So we'll get to see the debut of Day Knight and Guy Yacht. So at the best part of the season, they angle this out towards the sideline, and they get him inside the 20. Nice job by Jason Parks. Remember, he choked them away their bowl game, so this one will start at the 10. But here comes Day Knight. They start in the full house, and it's a keeper, and down he goes. He wears number 4 because his first career carry goes for a loss of 4. Second and 14. This is definitely not the defense you really want to start your career against. Warrenberg, top of your screen. Day Knight throws it away. So 3rd and 14 to start us out here. Four wide here for Day. Motion, that's Guy Yacht. Delay give to Jerron Flavors here. He angles out wide, and down he goes. Just trying to get a little bit more room so they can punt the ball. So here is River Elliott. He looks like he's punting as well. He angles this one. It's a very short kick, and they're going to break a tackle. They're inside the 30, but a flag. So a very, a team normally not known for their mistakes. It's Lincoln Rain who causes the penalty, pushing them back out of field goal range. Coach Mike going ballistic. One of the best dressed coaches in the country. First and 10. Bikai Oyama throwing it here. He dumps it off. And down he goes. Beautiful tackle there. Henderson makes the play. Trey Hunter on the catch. He got injured towards the end of last season, so he missed their playoff games. Georgia Tech team that beat Bryce Beers and then lost to Auburn. Oyama yams it deep, hits a catch. He has room. Warrenberg gives chase, brings him down. That's 34. So big play there for Kai Oyama. First chance at points. Inside the 10, it's a toss out to Hunter. Hunter to the goal line, and he's short. Second and goal. Can UTSA find a way to get a goal line stand? Oyama hands it off to Pickens. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They take the lead in the New Heights Classic. (7-0) start to the game. So UTSA only had 3 plays in the shadow of their own end zone. Georgia Tech. So that's what punting can do for you. The change of possession. field position and whatnot, so Warrenberg will be returning. Here he has a couple of tackles. A big return there for him, back past the 30. He almost broke that. So Day Night, Guy Yacht and Company, their second drive of the game. Hand it off to Jerron Flavors. A big hole up the gut, and Jerron Flavors for 16. Former four-star running back committed to Texas. Was the third stringer over there for a year. Five wide now here for Day Night. As time, he throws it deep out of bounds. So he has 2 dropbacks, 2 throwaways so far. Not a lot of time to stand in the pocket, of course. So 4 or 5 wide again. They're loving these empty sets. Day over the middle. His first completion of his career goes to Chris Ham, baby. The Yams legend. So a 3rd and 6 across the 50. These are the situations that Miles Tilley could never do. Day Night, they bring a blitz. Day over the middle. It's caught by Guy Yacht, and he gets the first. The freshman to freshman connection. The possession tight end, 95 catching. Safety coming on down. Day Night over the middle. That's a catch for Chris Ham, and another big play. Here come the Roadrunners. What a drive so far. Inside the 25. Warrenberg, top of your screen. Over the middle, it's caught. Oh man, Chris Ham legacy drive, baby. Another Chris Ham play. Putting the safety in a blender. That's Vince Gibbons. The Yam to Ham. Oh, baby, Coach Wind. I'm slobbering over here. 1st and goal. What a drive for UTSA. And Day Night, he can't get there. Brought down by Lincoln Rain, ruining the party, of course. Lincoln Rain should have been a road runner at one point. 2nd and goal. Handoff, Jerron Flavors, and down he goes. So Georgia Tech standing on their head right now. Third and goal for the Roadrunners. Goal line formation. They'll throw it. Day over the middle. Caught by Guy Yacht. Touchdown Roadrunners. And the freshman connection. Connect for the first TD of their respective careers. What a play. So here's River Elliott now. We'll see how he does on extra points. Kick is up, and it's good! What a start. Here's River Elliott now, another yucky kick as Renzo Kingston gets up to about the 40. So 7-7 here, a big start for both teams on the offensive side. A lot of fun already. Kayoyama drops back, yams it deep to the corner. Oh, what a throw! Mike King for 20. Like them or hate them, you absolutely love watching this UTSA team on stream. It's so much fun. Quick option, there goes Oyama. Oyama lowers his head, breaks 2 tackles, brought down by Warrenberg. I can't switch them in season, Dogwater. I told you, you have to stick with it for a season. You can switch out the kicker, but I can't switch fullback. You got to do it at the end of the season. You can start your other kicker if you want, but... I know he's a kicker on his card, but the game, for some reason, just doesn't let the ratings play. Unless they're a starter. As here angles outward, a broken tackle, and Trey Hunter for 16. You don't have to keep him at kicker. You can, but I can't move him from fullback to linebacker, like, permanently till after the season. But he is starting at linebacker right now, and fullback. So first and goal, Georgia Tech, and down he goes. Wendell Vanderbrake makes the play. Second and goal. Hand off to Pickens, looking for number 2, and down he goes. I'll tell you, Pickens, he's a running back, move to fullback. He gives them some speed there in the middle. So third and goal. Looking for a goal line stand here. Oyama keeps it, floats it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech, number 2. This time it's Trey Hunter. So 14-7, a lot of offense here in the first quarter. If this turns into to go in bar for bar, you got to wonder how long UTSA can stay with them. You got to figure out this defense. What a great drive last time out for Day Knight, Guy Yacht. Love that he's actually throwing it to his tight end. First and 10 here for Day. He yams it deep right side. Wide open man. Somehow Bakari Django was all alone. Nobody covered Bakari. Would have been a touchdown if he could somehow stay in bounds, but just the fact Day got it out there was impressive. So first and 10 now. Here's a handoff. Jerron Flavors gets about 4 out of it. Second and 6 across the 50. UTSA showing a lot more oomph on the offensive side. Handoff, Jerron Flavors. He'll get 3. So third down here for UTSA. No throws yet to Warrenberg. He has Reed Nakamoto on him. So at the end of 1 in the New Heights Classic, it's Georgia Tech 14, UTSA 7. Flip the field now. Warrenberg, bottom of your screen. Day. He has to throw it away. So will they go for it here? No, they won't. So Georgia Tech had a similar drive failure last time out. Or first time out. Here's the punt. And a nice punt there, though, for River Elliott. Forcing him to fair catch it at the 10. So can this defense find a way to stop Kai Oyama? Handoff here, and a stiffy on 1. He breaks through and almost breaks away. That's Rodney Rose. 2 carries, 2 big plays already for Rose. Gotta find a way to stop this run game. A toss here to the edge. Warrenberg meets him in the backfield. Brought down by Jared Hurst. Great job from Warrenberg staying home, slowing him down, waiting for help. 2nd and 14. Man in motion for Oyama, it's Trey Hunter. He drops back, he throws it out of bounds. Renzo Kingston had a step there on Bernard Bell. So 3rd and long for Georgia Tech. What is the call for Kai Oyama? Drops back, he has some time, and it tipped away by River Elliott. So 4th and 14, they punt it back to Warrenberg. See if he returns this one. He gets a block. Nice job for Warrenberg, back to the 45. So here comes Day Night again, down by 7. He's 6 for 9 on the day, 73 yards and a touchdown. 4 wide. Another handoff to Jerron Flavors, and he gets 5 out of it.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That brings him 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
2nd and 5 now, full house. Another handoff to Jerron. He pushes through one, and he almost gets the first. So another 3rd down upcoming for the Roadrunners. Looks like they are dedicated to getting this run game going this year. They had no run game last year. So split backs, they'll hand it off. Trying to get to the edge is, whoa, Alexander can't get there. 4th down. And they're going for it. Our first going for it of the season. 4th and inches. The handoff. It's Day with a keeper. He gets it with speed. There he goes to the edge. 15 for Day Night. One of the most agile quarterbacks in the nation. Great recognition there for Day to keep it. They're inside the 35 now. Pistol. Play action. Day hits his man. That's a big play. Chris Ham, he gets exploded by the defender, but it's a 1st down. Chris Ham already 52 yards. Pistol again. Another keeper for Day. He gets around one, cuts inside, brought down by Lincoln Rain. I'll tell you though, so far, Reed Nakamoto, Team of the Year corner, has Day in shambles. Or not Day, Warrenberg. Has got, we got some Wildcat here. Oh, a hurdle, my God! Lincoln Rain almost killed Jerron Flavors. Do not hurdle. You're going to turn yourself into Bijan Robinson. 3rd and 8. Day, the delayed give to Jerron Flavors. He gets the first! Oh, baby, what a play! You think the drive is over, and he just runs through a wall. Day Night dumps that off. It's dropped by Alexander. Could have been picked. 2nd and goal. What a drive this has been. Vanderbreak in motion. And we get a false start. What a ridiculous drive. This drive has everything. Big hits, hurdles, 4th down attempts, dropped picks. They're empty now. Day all alone. Day over the middle. It's caught by Chris Ham back inside the 10. It'll be 3rd and goal. He has yet to target Warrenberg. So 3rd and goal for UTSA. The snap for Day. Yams it to the corner, and it's caught by Ryland Warrenberg! There he is! Picks it out of the sky! Warrenberg may have just jumped 20 feet in the air. What a throw! Holy shit, what a play! And River Elliott adds one. Tie game. What a throw to the back of the end zone. His first target to Warrenberg on the season is a tutty. I think you can already cement Warrenberg as a Hall of Famer. My God. What a pass by Day Knight, too. You knew he was going to do something, but here's Eric Pickens, 9 yards. We got a tie game. UTSA hanging in there. Kai Oyama now. Hands off to Pickens again. Breaks tackles. They call it a first down, even though he wound up at his own 34. So 1st and 10. Handoff. And Rodney Rose, man, he's impressive, but he goes down. Over halfway through this second quarter. Oyama keeps it. Oyama goes down. Johnny Thomas on the tackle. He has 30 yards here. Whoa, extracurriculars. 3rd and 4. Oyama drops back. Oyama yams it deep down the seam, and he hits Trey Hunter. A big play. Kai Oyama yamming it all over the place today. Trey Hunter cooking as well. Which defense can step up? The handoff. All right, inside the 20 now, 2nd and 4, under 3 minutes. Georgia Tech, another handoff here, and down he goes. Rose gets 3, so a 3rd and inches coming.
That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
Safety coming down. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Hunter gets to the edge, and he gets the first. Just got past him. Fresh set of downs at the 12. Practically a home game here for UTSA. Georgia Tech. Triple option. Oyama with the keeper, and down he goes. Bernard Bell brings him down. 2nd and 2. So we reached the 2-minute mark here in the first half of the New Heights Classic. UTSA calls a timeout, funny enough. So 2nd and 2. We'll see UTSA get the ball after halftime. Dumps that off, and down he goes. Bernard Bell, nice coverage. So 3rd and inches. Motion, Oyama, Hunter, touchdown, Georgia Tech! Georgia Tech continues to somehow convert on like 3rd down for these touchdowns. UTSA's been within a play of a goal line stand multiple times. Here's the extra kick, or extra point, and it's good. So touchdown lead for Georgia Tech, but UTSA has a chance to double them up. Minute 53, one timeout. They also get the ball after the break. Here's Warrenberg on the return. He will not return this one. So 1st and 10. Day night, what a debut it's been so far. They got 4 to the right side. Day, he yams it deep right side. He has his man! Oh, baby! Shiloh Slutters, touchdown, UTSA! Bang, bang, bang! Shiloh Slutters, the forgotten receiver. He never gets any hype, and he hits them straight to the dome. So an instant tie-up here as Elliott hits it home. 21-21. What a debut for day night. Very short kick yet again. And we got a flag, though. Another clipping call.
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
Stanley Walker this time. Some miscues here for Georgia Tech. Starting to see some cracks here from Coach Mike. He's not very happy. Beautiful formation here. All 11 men in the box. Day, and he goes down. Does not attempt to flip it.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 now. Georgia Tech. Handoff. Oh my God! Pickens just got murdered. Rodney Young. What a debut. Taking over for Ty J. Burnett at free safety. 3rd and 9. Oyama, quick throw, intercepted! It's gonna be a pick 6 for the Roadrunners, and it's Johnny fucking Thomas! He did it in OT last year. He does it here. What a play! And UTSA scores 2 touchdowns in the blink of an eye. Kai Oyama. The no-look late pass to the screen. I don't know what he was cooking. You don't see these kind of miscues from a Coach Mike team. Johnny Thomas is insane. So here comes Georgia Tech now. They're up 21-14 like 30 seconds ago. And now Renzo Kingston with a big play. So they'll hurry it up now across the 50. And an instant sack. It's Rodney Young. Holy Toledo, what is happening? Oyama floats it. That's going to be a 1st and more. He breaks a tackle, gets to the 30. Another big play for Georgia Tech. 50 seconds left in the half. 2 timeouts. Oyama takes off, and he gets sacked again. So 2nd and 12 here for Georgia Tech, 35 seconds. Oyama takes off. He'll get himself about half it back. So in 3rd and 6 upcoming. Oyama yams it deep to the end zone. It's a floaty. Tipped and incomplete. Johnny Thomas again. So the field goal unit comes on out, a 44-yarder from right hash. The kick is up, and it is good for Tech. So a 4-point deficit here in the New Heights Classic. We've got an absolute offensive showcase, 28-24. We're not even to the break yet. What a game. What a second quarter for UTSA. They still got 22 seconds. We'll see if they try to do anything with it. They'll come out 4 wide. Day, night. He yams it deep again, left side. Oh, he overthrew Warrenberg. Vince Gibbons was in the area. And look at the stats. 10 of 15, 3 touchdowns. My God. Second of 10. Jerron Flavors here. He gets 4. I absolutely love the way this team's playing. As we hit halftime, folks, UTSA leads 28-24 in the New Heights Classic. Incredible first half of action to kick off Season 18, folks. Absolutely love it. Great start to the season. Day, night has delivered. Yaya has played well. Johnny Thomas with a big play. Of course, Warrenberg doing Warrenberg things. And Georgia Tech not going away. Doing what they do best as well. But the same thing that kind of bit them in the butt all season long last year, turnovers. So look at the first half stats. Georgia Tech dominant in both the run and pass. Time possession as well, but the big plays. UTSA long bombs, turnover, pick 6. Is the difference. There's nothing that you could say about Day right now that could be going better. This is the perfect debut for a true freshman on a national stage against an elite opponent. Elite defense, might I add. Sure, it's not a Tennessee defense, but Day Night is coming into this game firing on all cylinders. And what's even better is the first drive was the 3 and out. They were stuck inside their own 10. He didn't let that phase him. He didn't let that ruin his confidence. He came back out the next drive, led down a touchdown. Now he's starting to feel comfortable. He yammed it a couple of times. Let's see what we got here. Second half action underway. An incredible week 0. Jerron Flavors gets himself 6. Probably the best running back in UTSA history already.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So 2nd and 4, split backs. Yams it, and double coverage. That was risky for Day. It'll be a 3rd and 4. First time we've really seen him throw it into sticky waters. So 3rd down for UTSA on their opening possession. Chris Ham will be in motion. Day Night dumps that off to Jerron Flavors, and it's a 1st down. I will say, though, also, this offensive line is holding a lot tougher than I expected them against this all-SFA player defensive line. Day has not been in too much turmoil in the backfield. See if they can change that. Hand it off to Flavors this time. He finds the hole. He gets about 6.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
UTSA up at the 48-yard mark. Split backs again. Ham in motion. They go to the pistol. Day, he escapes. He tries to scamper. He gets himself maybe 1 after tripping. Using that agility. So 3rd and 3. Day floats it and caught. What a catch for Chris Ham. Welcome in, Chef Moose. That was an incredible catch by Chris Ham on the boundary. It looked like a throwaway, and he stabbed it. Keeps the drive moving. 1st and 10 now. Day with the keeper. He gets outside, and he somehow gets 2 out of it. Day avoiding that first contact. The drive continues. Inside the 40. 4 wide yet again. Quick option now for Knight. He gets 1. Ball's on the ground. And the offensive lineman brings it in. Shahid Halanoush for 11. UTSA lucking out on the fumble. 1st and 10, quick option again. Day, and he goes down. Lincoln Rain makes the play. Who had Shaheen Halanoush over 0.5 rushing yards? I did. I had the slip. 2nd and 9. Yacht in motion. Hands it off to Flavors. He breaks first contact. He falls forward for 8. It'll be a 3rd and short. So 3rd and 1 for UTSA. Split backs. Hands it off to Alexander. He gets to the edge. He turns the corner. 1st down. Oy. Cheerleaders are not great lookers down in San Antonio. Those big San Antonio women. So 1st and goal for UTSA. Triple option. Day. He keeps it and gets inside the 5. Second and goal now here for UTSA. A great drive taking about half the quarter. 2nd and goal. The handoff, Jerron Flavors, and he goes down. This is about a 15-play drive so far. 3rd and goal. It's a keeper. Day, touchdown, UTSA! They extend the lead to 2 scores. What a drive. They eat half the quarter with the 14-play drive, and they extend the lead. Incredible. Day night, welcome to the SFA, Slime. Miles Tilley, who? Broken tackle, and down he goes. Guyot on the tackle there. So 35-24. Georgia Tech now playing from behind. A rough end of that 2nd quarter. They might have to start throwing it a bit. Here goes Kai Oyama. Big hit there by Rodney Young. What an impact Rodney Young has already made for this team. He has a sack, 3 TFLs. 2nd and 3 here. Gotta watch for Renzo Kingston, though. This guy line up with Warrenberg in the slot right now. He's a home run hitter. They'll hand it off to Pickens. He'll pick up the 1st. Looks like Georgia Tech is perfectly fine just running their regular offense here. Trusting the process, trusting their defense. Pickens to the outside. Or no, that's Trey Hunter. He gets 5 out of it. Brought down by Wendell Vanderbrink, the former Gem. So 2nd and 5 now. Hand off to Pickens, and Pickens gets himself 4. So a 3rd and 1 upcoming. Third down for Georgia Tech. They'll bring the receivers in motion. What is the call for Coach Mike? Hands off to Pickens. That's an easy first. The drive continues. You gotta think this might be a must-score situation for Georgia Tech, down 11. Quick option, floats it out. Pickens breaks the tackle. Concoro can't bring him down. Another broken tackle for Pickens. Finally brought down by Wendell Vanderbrake. 4-yard loss with 3 broken tackles. Great running from Pickens. We just ran out of time and room. 2nd and 14 now. Oyama gets 4. But if you see, like, UTSA's crowding the box with, like, 10 to 11 guys. We got to keep him honest and try to yam it on him at least a little bit here. So 3rd and 9. Oyama drops back. He throws it. They got to make a play. He breaks 1, breaks 2, but he can't get to the first. 4th and 1. Renzo Kingston gave it his all. They will go for it here. Love this call. 4th down for Georgia Tech. Motion. Keeper. Kai Oyama. It depends on the spot they give it to him. You saw him reach it out there at the end. Great awareness there for Kai Oyama. Keeps the drive moving. 1st and 10 now. He runs it and brought down by Jared Hurst. Tried to get out to the edge, but Hurst brought him down. Second and 12. Once again, 10 or 11-ish in the box here. Quick option, floats it out to Trey Hunter. He breaks a tackle, somehow gets around him. He explodes. What a run from Trey Hunter. How does he get around 3 defenders? I don't know. Bernard, Bell, Warrenberg, and Vanderbrake all in the area. Is that the run that can spark this offense? 1st and 10. Oyama drops back, floats it, and it's intercepted! Rodney Young! He just threw up a floaty. You can't do that. 2nd pick of the game for Oyama. UTSA takes over. Day floats it deep, caught by Warrenberg.
Gain of 21 on the play. 1st down.
Yeah, what a game for Rodney Young at free safety. The Yacht is loving it. An 11-point lead. A shocker brewing here in the New Heights Classic, folks. Split backs. Handoff here to Rodney. Not to Rodney, Jerron Flavors. He loses yardage. Napoleon Steele makes the play. His first tackle on the day. What has he been doing? So you end the 3rd quarter here in the New Heights Classic. An 11-point lead for UTSA. The 9-point underdog. The freshman day, night, living up to the potential. At least today. Full house now. Dumps that off, and Alexander gets nothing out of it. So 3rd and long incoming. There is still time for Georgia Tech, but it's starting to run out. Third and 11. Day yams it deep over the head of the wide receiver. He was getting rushed. So it will be a punt here from River Elliott. See if he can pin him deep. Here's the punt. It's a bit of a shorty. Fielded at the 25. Gets up to the 35. So 8.5 minutes, down 11. How is Georgia Tech going to respond? They haven't scored in this half. Quick option. Kayoyama with the keeper. He breaks one, and he'll get 11 out of it. He has 63 on the ground today. Back under center. Quick option. Broken tackle. Down he goes. Jared Hurst again. Warrenberg made first contact. Warrenberg's not been great in tackling today. Second and 11. Fakes the toss, floats it over the middle, broken tackle, there they go. Oh, look at the speed, it's Rodney Rose, but there's a flag.
Personal foul.
They hit him with a clip. Sickening.
Still second down.
What is happening to Georgia Tech today with the flags? Undisciplined. You don't see this often out of a Coach Mike team. Second and 7 now. Hand off. Rose gets 4. It'll be 3rd and 3.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
Third down for Georgia Tech. Down 11. They toss it out. Rose, he can't get there. 4th down. They're going to have to go for it. Things are getting hairy here for Georgia Tech. Kayoyama dumps it, and it's incomplete! Tipped by River Elliott. Turnover on downs. What a play! Team of the Year, freshman All-American, and now kicker for UTSA. They turn him over. 6.5 minutes left, up 11. UTSA's loving it. Day Knight throws that late to the flat. Could have been hairy there, but just loses some yardage. Why are you calling for that, Flavors? You're not even open. Does Georgia Tech have life? They're empty here with Day. Chris Ham to the backfield. Come on, Chris Ham touchdown. Come on. Hand it off to Chris Ham. They are starting to run clock. Worst case scenario now for Georgia Tech. Day drops back. He will throw it to the flat here. Caught by Shiloh Slutters. He had the deep bomb earlier. It'll be 3rd down. And Shiloh Slutters now the career leader in receptions. So quietly becoming an all-timer. Ryan Warrenberg gets all the press by Shiloh Slutters, making plays. So 3rd and 3, they'll let this clock run out. So a 3rd and 3. Third and short for UTSA, up 11. Day Knight over the middle, and it's dropped. Clock will stop. Georgia Tech will get the ball back. That was their last chance Can Georgia Tech capitalize? (35-24). Kai Oyama. Does he have any magic? Motion. Oyama keeps it. He gets 3. Clock's gonna keep running. They've got to find a way to get some chunk plays. These 3-yard options not doing the job. Back under center. Triple option. Down he goes. Adrian Dockery brings him down. His first tackle of the ball game. So 3rd and 9. Drops back. Oyama yams it deep down the seam. Triple coverage and incomplete. Johnny Thomas again in the area. And they're punting. Feel like you got to go for this, Slime. You have to go for that. I guess they trust the defense. 4 minutes left, down 11. UTSA has the ball. It's not looking good. It's looking like another top 10 upset. Insanity. Only have 1 touchdown here in the second half after a ton of points in the first. Day Knight takes a lick there. So 2nd and 4, full house. They'll keep running clock now. It's getting very, very hairy here for Georgia Tech. There's a team that went 0-2 last year and then rattled off 11 straight wins. Handoff, Jerron Flavors. They'll bring him down. 3rd and 3. So shotgun set for UTSA, trying to finish this one out. Day Knight, the delayed give, and Flavors goes down. He's short. Georgia Tech calls timeout. They're going for it. Interesting call here for UTSA. Day Knight, he has time over the middle. It's caught by Alexander. Oh man, my Coach Mike can't believe it. What a call from UTSA. And that might be the fat lady singing. Broken tackle. Jerron Flavors still turning, and Reed Nakamoto makes the play. No more timeouts for Georgia Tech. Handoff here. Jerron Flavors breaks 1. He gets 4. So another 3rd down upcoming. The snap. Another handoff here to Flavors, and down he goes. So 4th and 12. It looks like Georgia Tech will get it back this time. But almost no time on the clock. So River Elliott here, the punter. We'll see what he can do. So can Georgia Tech at least try and score in the second half and make this a game? Get to the onside kick situation. So here's the punt from Elliott. Almost blocked. It might have been tipped the way that was angled, but it goes out at the 15. What a punt from River Elliott. Oh my Atlanta, things are just going awry for Georgia Tech today. I don't know what that punt was. First and 10 now for Oyama. It's going to be a screen. He gets it off. There's Pickens. And he makes a play here. Nice gain. Minute left now. They hurry it up. Oyama's 9 of 15 on the day. 2 interceptions. Plus out over the middle. That's an open man. Renzo Kingston, another chunk. Already across the 50. 50 seconds left. Kai Oyama. And breaks a sack. Yams it on the back foot. He had an open man. Impressive throw power there from Oyama, but wasn't accurate. 45 seconds left. Oyama over the middle. It's caught off the screen, and they'll give him the first down. They got to hurry it up now. 40 seconds left. Oyama drops back. They're blitzing. He yams it deep. It's caught. Trey Hunter for 16. Got to give credit to Georgia Tech for not going away. They still have some hope here. They desperately need a score. Hand it off to Pickens. Wide open hole inside the 5. What a call. Just nobody there defending the run. And they get a false start. What are you doing, Tech? Just shooting themselves in their own feet over and over. The pick sixes, the interceptions, the flags. Oyama now. And oh, it tipped away. What a play from Henderson. Second and goal, 22 seconds left. In an instant sack, Graham Concoro. Gotta hurry it up now. 13 seconds left. They've got to pretty much score right here. Dumps that out. Pickens has to break the tackle. He can't. Time's gonna run out. And as we hit triple zeros, the game is over. UTSA shocks the world in the New Heights Classic. They stun number 9 Georgia Tech 35-24 with the freshman Day Knight having an insane debut. What a game here from NRG Stadium. And we will see you guys next week in week 1. Wow, what a game from UTSA. I cannot wait to watch that back. I think Rylan Warrenberg only got 1 catch, though. It was a touchdown. But the pick 6 to Johnny Thomas was where I felt like this game was over. Look at that. What timing from Johnny Thomas. Imagine if I would have put Johnny Thomas as my Derby player. What a game. What a week 0. That's so much fun. I mean, all the scoring was here in the first half here. I mean, back and forth. But then as soon as they went up 21-14, then Shiloh and this sequence right here, a span of 32 seconds, is what just took the life out of Georgia Tech the rest of the game. Absolutely incredible. So Kai Oyama goes 13-21, 202, and 2 interceptions. He didn't fumble it at all today, so that's impressive. I mean, he had 3 different guys, 50-plus yards. I felt like was very intriguing. Had some decent plays. Could have had more big plays if they didn't have so many penalties. Ratliff had the most tackles. I feel like the defense played fine. Like, they only gave up 28 off defensive points. They gave up a 1 yam. But other than that, like, maybe getting more pressure on Day is probably what they needed to do. As UTSA, Day Night, his first career game, 17 for 25, 234, and 3 touchdowns. Drawn Flavors gets 68 yards. Day Night went 11 for 32. Chris Ham led the way with 6 catches, so it looks like Chris Ham is his favorite target so far. Oh yeah, Warrenberg had 2 catches. Got a touchdown out of it. Guy Yacht only had 2 catches, but he also got a touchdown. Defensively, Rodney Young, 9 tackles. He was an absolutely incredible breath of fresh air for this team. They had 4 total sacks, 2 interceptions, 4 total deflections, and then, of course, the play of the game, Johnny Thomas. So let's get your players of the game, and then we'll get out of here. I'm going to post all the game results in their channels. Then I'll do week 0. We'll drop the recruiting board, and then I'll do, like, BearCave stats and, or BearCave results and the Derby results. And then we'll have, like, highlights tomorrow. Pretty typical game day the rest of the way. We'll have game day poll tomorrow, or maybe late tonight if I get to it. Not sure. Actually, not going to be tonight because I'm going to see Mama TC today. I keep forgetting. So this is a UTSA outright victory for you guys. Betting at home, we had Day, Rodney Young, Trey Hunter, and Tony Ratliff as your players of the game. 28% of you guys went with UTSA. Thank you guys so much for watching week 0. The SFA is back. I know off seasons can be long and tiresome, but of course it's a ton of work putting on the SFA. But we are so back on week 0, and a lot of upsets has kind of completely blown up the season already. So this is, like I predicted, I feel like we have so many teams on such an equal playing field. It's going to be one heck of a season. So thank you guys for watching. And we will see you guys on, was that Thursday, for week 1.